Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on this new Lime Crime palette. So it's the Venus Immortalis palette. Look at this packaging, you guys. Look at how gorgeous this packaging is. Their packaging is always really nice, but like this, and then with this whole look and my new backdrop and everything, I'm dying over the monochromaticness of this, and I love it. I love it. So let's show you guys the inside. So this palette retails for $38 and has 8 shades in here. Super pretty, cool toned palette. I love these shimmers, by the way. I'm gonna swatch these shimmers for you guys so you can see them side by side. And I totally have mascara on my middle finger, so sorry about that. So look at these. Those are gorgeous. Alright, so like I said, it's 8 shadows and retails for $38. I believe this is the last of the Venus palettes for Lime Crime. This is actually my first palette of theirs. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of random that I decided to use the Cool Tone palette as my first one of theirs, but you know what? With this packaging, I love it. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I don't want to go into a crazy amount of detail with how they describe the palette and everything like that, because honestly I feel like it's just super self-explanatory. Like even by just looking at the packaging, like it's a cool tone palette. But I was trying to think if there was anything like interesting that I need to say. Oh, it glows in the dark, and of course it's like in the middle of the day right now, but so I can't show you guys, but this whole like outside part glows in the dark. I don't really know why it glows in the dark, but it's a cool little feature to it that makes it unique, so I'm here for it. So if you guys want to see how I got this look and you want to know my general thoughts on this palette, go ahead and keep on watching. This eye is already primed. We're just gonna go ahead and do what we did on this eye to this one. I've just decided that I just work better when I do one eye first for some reason, so we're gonna go with that for a little while and see how that goes. But anyways, we're gonna set, so I already primed my eyes, we're gonna set it with this Cameo shade right here. So I'm just gonna place this all over the lid. And then for the crease shade, we're gonna go into this ash shade. And it totally sounded like I said ass. So that is not what I meant ash. I'm just gonna take more of that Cameo shade and just kind of blend out the edges. And then we're gonna do what I like to call a lazy girl cut crease, where we're really not doing a cut crease, but I'm gonna put glitter primer on my lid, and then I'm just gonna take a little bit on a brush and then kind of just bring it up past where my eye crease is, as if you're cutting your crease, but you're really not, and that way you just get more of the shadow further up the lid, kind of how this one is. Definitely not perfect or anything like that, but it gives you a nice effect. Okay, so then we're gonna go in to this Hail shade. And then you know me, I'm a finger applier, so I'm just going to do that. So then back in with the brush, we're just going to bring that shadow up a little bit more. And it's definitely not going to be perfect, but it will still give you a nice effect. Also, I really like cut creases, but I don't know if it's just my eye shape or the fact that my eyes are so large that I just don't feel like when I actually do cut the crease out that it really looks that great. Like there's been a couple times where I was like, that looks good. Most of the time I don't think that though. But maybe I just haven't learned like the right way to do it on my eye shape. And I'm fairly certain that both of my eyes are different shapes too, so that's always great. Oh, I totally forgot. I'm gonna go in, after the Hail shade, I go into this Echo shade. So this one right here. And basically just finish off the rest of the eyelid. So we're gonna pretty much match it to the other one, just bring it out further to the edge of the eye. And it technically doesn't need to go all the way because I'm gonna kind of cover it up at the outer corners. And then we're gonna go into that ash. Ow! Ash. I can't do it. This one, the one that's in our crease, and we're just going to kind of work that back in. So we'll do it on the outer V to kind of soften up that edge and then just bring it back into the crease a little bit. We'll go into this Unveil shade, and that'll be like the outer corner. I wasn't originally going to use this as just an outer corner. I was going to try to do like a light eyeliner effect, but your girl does not have patience for that today. So this shade is so like interesting because I totally thought it was like a more red, but it's like a kind of like a red toned dark brown. But it's still really pretty. Now I'm just going back into some shades that I've already used. So just to kind of blend everything out, I might actually even just cut that part out. So, but so you guys know, I am going into the Ash and Cameo shade again, just to kind of blend this side out a little bit more before I move to the lower lash line. All right, and then I just go in with the Marble shade and just kind of put that. And then to kind of give this more depth, I just took the crease shade, so that Ash shade, kind of worked it in closer to where the other shadows were. Definitely doesn't look like a cut crease, but like it gives you a little something else. Okay, so that same shade we're going to do on our lower lash line. Every time I get to the lower lash line, it's always super hard for me to film for some reason. But we're just gonna kind of lightly do this under. I might freshen that up too after I've done the rest of my face. And then I'm gonna take that Unveil shade, so this one right here, and that's just gonna go really close to the lash line. Okay, so that's basically it. I'm gonna finish the rest of my face and then we can talk about the palette. I will be back. So this is the finished look. I love the fact that like I got this palette right when I got my new backdrop because it's gray, so I basically like match my backdrop today. But yeah, so this is the finished look. And it's pretty simple. Your classic smoky, cool toned eye, nothing too crazy. I did feel like I needed to do a red lip because who doesn't love a red lip with a smoky eye? Like, seriously. But yeah, this is, I think it's pretty. I really think it's like super pretty. I actually haven't done a look like this in so long. I don't even think like, I think I own two like more cool tone smoky eye palettes. Other than that, everything is warm or like mainly warm and then like bright and colorful. But this is like the first like real smoky palette that I've gotten in a really long time. But basically my general thoughts on this palette are, if you are someone who loves cool tone palettes, if you need a new one, you haven't had one in a while, and you do like cool tone looks, especially those like gray smoky eyes, then this is definitely a good palette for you. Quality wise, it was super easy to work with. I've actually never used any of Lime Crime's products before. That's a long story, but I decided to pick this one up today and kind of see like how their quality was, and I do see myself buying other palettes of theirs because it was super easy to work with. They're really good quality. I mean, I didn't really have to sit there and keep packing on the color because it was already so pigmented that it was super easy to work with, which is always really nice. So this is $38. To me, yes, that's expensive because you only get 8 shades, but it is a high-end brand, so it makes sense. It isn't anything like super shocking or anything like that. So knowing that it is a high-end brand, then the price point kind of makes sense. But quality-wise, I think it's worth it. I mean, I do have the... there's a ColourPop palette that has more cool tones. I feel like if you didn't want to spend the money on this one, then you could probably use that one. And that one has a lot more shades in it too. But again, I mean, it's kind of up to you. Quality-wise, I think this one is really good. But yeah, so if you didn't want to spend the $38, there are other options. I mean, it's your classic like smoky eye palette, so it's not like it's hard to find by any means, but quality-wise, this was really easy to work with, and it's a really good palette. I just can't get over all of the like monochromaticness going on right now, and I love it. Oh, this is like kind of velvety. Yeah, I don't really have anything negative to say. I didn't use all of the shades, but I used a good majority of them. Actually, I think I used all of them but 2. But every other shade that I've used was super easy to use. The shimmers are beautiful, and yeah, if you are in the market to get a cool tone palette and you are interested in this one and were wondering if it's good, it's good. It's worth your money. I highly recommend it. Super easy to work with. That's basically my general thoughts on this palette. And that wraps up this video. So if you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We'll see you next time.